Bienvenidos una semana más, como no, aquí a Shooting Sports Spain. Redes sociales, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Y hoy el programa de hoy, señores y señoras, hoy tiene mucho, pero que mucho glamour. Nada más ni nada menos que de Rusia, 3 veces campeona del mundo. En fin, su palmarés, mejor que nos lo cuente ella. Bueno, ya lo veis, amigos, mirad quién tenemos aquí de invitada. María, toda una profesional, una campeona, Maria Guschina. Gracias, María, es todo un honor para nosotros que hoy hayas aceptado nuestra invitación. Es todo un placer que estés aquí en Shooting Sports Spain y agradecerte encarecidamente que hayas aceptado nuestra invitación. ¿Qué tal, María? ¿Cómo estás?
Yes, thank you very much for your invitation. I'm very happy to be here with you online and speaking about shooting.
María, empezamos un poquito con esta entrevista. Teníamos, como digo, muchas ganas de verte y de entrevistarte. Cuéntanos para nuestros espectadores, ¿cómo empiezas en este fascinante mundo del IPSC? ¿Cuántos fueron tus inicios? Cuéntanos un poquito.
If to say the truth, the beginning is very usual. I think my dad was a shooter and he is a shooter right now. So when I was 11 years old, he went for the trainings and I had nothing to do during summer, so he took me with himself and we went to the range and I helped him as a helper. I patched his targets, I was working on the timer, and then one day he asked me, maybe you want to try a gun? So I said, okay, let's try, let's shoot. I did few shots and I did not bad. So after that, each training he gave me a little bit to shoot. And in few trainings, we realized that maybe it's time for me to start shooting. So after that, it started.
¿Cómo llegas a convertirte en esta tiradora profesional internacional y toda una campeona?
You know, there is no answer for this question, I think, because for me, even right now, it's more as a hobby than as a work. So I can say I'm a professional shooter because I do like great results, but the most important thing is that you have to love this sport. You have to love to shoot. You have to have a desire to do something better, to shoot faster, to shoot more precise. So that's why I think the only one thing which helps you to receive a great result. So everyone has their own way of achieving something. So my way was not quite light, but I did everything just for pleasure. So it's a pleasure for me to shoot. So that's why I think I have great results and I became a professional shooter.
Seguramente habrán sido varios, pero cuéntanos un poquito cuál ha sido tu referente o tu mentor.
So, you know, before, when I started, I had a coach and I tried all those years which I've shot. I tried to find something new from different coaches. So I tried few of them. And right now, for example, I do everything by myself. I realized that I need a coach who can look at me, tell me my mistakes. But I'm looking forward a partner in shooting because for me it's more interesting right now. I think I'm in a good level, so I have to have a competition on the trainings, and just coach can't give it to you. So I want to find also a high-level shooter in Moscow with whom we can have the same schedule and we can train together. So each training we can make it like a small competition between each other, so it will make me, I think it will help for me to improve my results. So I can't say I need just a coach, I need a partner, I think, for this moment.
¿Cómo estructuras tus años? El año, por ejemplo, de entreno, ¿cómo lo estructuras?
You know, also, I think I'm in such a level of shooting when I can choose it by myself. For example, when I was younger and not so good shooter, I had to have like a schedule, you know. So right now, for example, if I realize that soon will be very important match, so I have to start to train 1 month before this match for sure. But then I think 4 days before the match, I stop shooting at all. And right now I do everything on my own feelings. So if, for example, right now, I don't have such a big desire to train, so I can have a break for 1 week. I feel that I don't want to go to the shooting range. I don't want to train. I'm tired of guns, so I don't do that. Even if it was in my schedule, for example, this week I have to go 3 times, but I won't go because I don't want. So it's all depends on my mood and of course on the matches which will come. For sure, if there will be a match, I will train myself to do good result at the competition. But mostly I do everything on my own feelings.
Han venido muchos tiradores por aquí, han pasado por aquí y todos continúan diciéndonos lo mismo, ¿no? Que es la tanta importancia que tiene el entreno en seco, ¿no? Cuéntanos tu experiencia y qué de tanta importancia tiene, como bien decías ahora, el entreno en seco.
You know, I think this is the most popular question, if to tell you the truth. Everyone are curious and asking me about dry fire. I can tell you that for this moment I don't do this, but I did it before and it helped me really a lot. It can improve your skills, but there is a very important thing. You have to be 100% sure in your techniques and what you are doing, because if you are doing something wrong and you start to dry fire, so you just fix your mistake during this dry fire. So that's why, first of all, you have to train all those things with your coach on normal trainings. And when he would tell you that this is good, you are doing this well, you can dry fire it. So you can do it alone without a coach, but it's very important. I can tell you that my first big result, I won World Shoot after a long period of dry firing. I think I did it for 5 months and it really helped me to improve my skills, to improve results, and I did really great. So it can help, but you should be very careful.
María, siguiendo en esta línea, una cosa es el entreno en seco, como muy bien decías, que es tan importante, ¿no? Y como nos han dicho muchos, pero un dato así para tener en cuenta, ¿no? ¿Cuántos tiros puedes llegar a hacer en un entreno cualquiera, de un día cualquiera?
You know, usually I go about 3 times a week, if we are saying like in usual conditions. 3 times a week, I think it's a perfect schedule for a shooter. And about how many rounds do I shoot? It also depends on my time schedule. How much time do I have to spend on the shooting range? Usually it's 1 hour, 2 hours. So I shoot about 150 to 250 rounds. It's a normal thing. Of course, if I feel, for example, that soon will be some match and I'm not really good ready, like I'm not so in not a good condition, so of course I can shoot 400, but it's not usual for me. I think everything should be in balance. You don't have to push and to shoot too much. I realize that for me, like all those rounds before 300, I can do like a good training, which will be very how to say that that each shot I will do correctly, under control. After 300 rounds, I will start to shoot like faster, you know, to stop my training faster, you know. So I think 300 rounds, like all those shots before 300 rounds, they're okay for one training.
¿Cuáles serían de tus entrenos para ti los que dirías que son más importantes o, mejor dicho, que nunca dejas de hacer, ¿no? ¿Cuáles serían?
You know, all the time I have mostly like the same kind of training. First of all, you have to do some simple, not like drills, but some simple things. So I start to shoot them. Then I do some longer drills, about 9 rounds. So I shoot them a few times, like a small part of a stage, if to say the truth. And then at the end, I shoot a long stage. So I create for myself a stage, which includes all those elements which I shot before. And the most important thing for me on the trainings is precise shooting. I mean, I have to collect points. If I see on the training that I have some deltas, Charlies, that's bad way for me. So I start to keep myself calm, a bit put off the speed. So I think this is the most important thing. And of course, on the trainings, I try to shoot very difficult targets with difficult no shoots on the move, lots of plates. So that's why on the match they won't shock me. So I try to do like trainings a little bit harder than the matches.
María, sabemos también que para mantener un nivel tan competitivo, ¿no?, como el que ahora estás, una gran campeona, 3 veces campeona del mundo, 3 veces campeona de Europa, un gran palmarés, me gustaría entrar en esta parcela más de la parte más mental, ¿no? No decirle psicológica, pero sí esta parte más mental, ¿no? ¿Cómo afrontas tú o qué importancia le das a esta parte en la competición, ¿no?, para mantenerte siempre en el top, ¿no?
Yes, I think that 80% of your success depends on mental game, because you could be a perfect shooter. You can shoot fantastically on the trainings. You can have an amazing gun which will work perfect, but when you go to competition, everything could just be destroyed just because of your head. So you have to work on it, and everyone has their own recipe how to become a good shooter mentally. So you can lose a match. Once I did it even. So it's really very hard to speak about that because we are all different kind of people. We have different emotions. About myself, I can tell that I'm very calm, and it's very difficult for me to become nervous or aggressive. So I can tell that I'm quite calm person, and for shooter it's really good, as I realize right now. But first of all, you have to, maybe this will help. You have to realize that life won't change. Nothing happens around you. And when I go to the stage, I just tell myself that it's a usual day. It's like my training, that no one is watching, and I just have to do my usual work as I shoot usually, and not to do this, not to do something too fast and so on. I don't need to make people shocked because I know I do well. Like it's quite difficult to explain it to you, but yeah. But you have to find your own way. Everyone has a different, Maybe someone whom I will tell my way will understand me, but another person won't. So maybe you have to work with psychologists to find a way, the way you can go to the stage and you can do a good job.
O sea, a nivel de equipo, ¿te autogestionas tú misma a nivel mental o tienes a tu coach o tu equipo, tenéis algún coach que os ayude en esta parcela?
No. Before I did everything by myself because I really feel myself very well. I mean, I can understand what my mind and my body wants. So I provide it to my mind. For example, if I understand that I become aggressive or something like that, so I know what will help me exactly. So that's why I don't go to the psychologist, but I realize that to have even higher results, you have to go to a professional to a professional person. So before the World Shoot, I would love to go to psychologist, and I even found him. I want to go and to find even maybe something new for me or more to help me, because I have some problems also, as everyone. So, and I need to solve them. So I also will go for sure. So I recommend to each shooter try this and really find a way. It's 80% of your success.
It's all about humanity.
Hola amigas, my name is Maria Guschina. I'm a Russian national team member and 3 times IPSC World and European champion. It's a great honor for me to be a part of Shooting Sports Spain channel. See you soon.
Nos gustaría saber, y a nuestros espectadores también, lógicamente, ¿en cuánto te preparas para una competición? ¿Te preparas mucho antes? Cuéntanos un poquito cómo lo haces.
You know, I can tell you that first of all, everything has to be in a balance. If you will shoot too much before the match, you will be too tired and you won't have a desire to go and to shoot. You will go to the shooting range as for work, you know, and you will think, oh my God, again that gun, again those stages. I'm so tired to shoot them. I did it for 1 month, for 2,000 rounds a day. And you won't make a good result. So when you go to a big match, you have to to miss shooting a little bit, so you will have more power and more ability to shoot better, faster, because you will miss the gun. So as for me, I can tell you 1 month or even 1.5, maybe for the World Shoot and for the European matches, I start to train. I do 4 or 3 times a week trainings, and 1 week or 5 days before the match, I have a total break. So I don't hold a gun, don't think about it, and do things totally opposite from shooting. So I would miss a gun at the match. And that's all, I think. First of all, the most important thing, you don't have to train too much. So really, everything has to be in a balance. If you desire too much to win and so on, it won't help you. It will make totally opposite result. You will do worse than you can.
Cuéntanos también, nos gustaría saber ahora tu palmarés, muchos ya lo conocemos, pero cuéntanos actualmente tu palmarés.
You know, like I can say that my big wins, all world shoots. My first world shoot, it was in 2011 in Greece, then 2014 in USA, and 2017 in France. Also European matches. It was Portugal, Hungary, and Serbia. And also I did very well on some level 4 matches in Asia. I was first, so I think maybe 6 or 8 really good matches. I did great result on them, so I'm proud of them.
Ya lo veis, chicos, chicas, espectadores que nos estáis viendo, Maria Guschina, toda una campeona y una gran profesional. María, ahora sí, cuéntanos un poquito tus proyectos a corto, medio y largo plazo, ¿no? ¿Cuáles son tus objetivos ahora mismo?
I think it's quite everyone would understand my goals. You know, last time I did great in 2017, so I want to have even better result next year. So that's all.
María, no tenemos mucho más tiempo, pero sí que queremos siempre nuestros invitados que pasan por nuestro programa, ¿no? Shooting Sports Spain. Nos gustaría que nos dijeras y dejaras aquí impregnado 3 consejos, ¿no? Que les podrías dar a toda gente amateur que empieza en el mundo del IPSC y, ¿por qué no?, también a tiradores profesionales, ¿no? ¿Qué 3 consejos le darías?
So I think the most important things are you have to have so first of all you have to shoot constantly without any breaks if you want to have to have a result in the future. Then you have to shoot matches, and for sure you have to have a coach or a partner who will tell you your mistakes and who will help you to achieve everything you want.
¿Qué importancia le darías tú a estas, bueno, iba a decir juniors, niños que empiezan, ¿no?, en este mundo del IPSC con el Airsoft, Action Air, y que al fin y al cabo no deja de ser nuestra cantera, ¿no? ¿Qué opinas tú de esta cantera de la gente más junior y que empiece a interesarse, ¿no?, por este gran deporte?
I think that it's a good start. Airsoft is a good start for juniors to go further to a normal IPSC shooting. But you know, if we speak about Russia, for example, it's quite difficult to find lots of juniors because our sport is not providing a lot through media and so on. So that's why not a lot of juniors knows and their parents knows about shooting. And I think it's just a time for juniors to come, but of course they have to have a desire to shoot in the future. Only in this way they can do a great result and so on.
y gracias a nuestros sponsors podemos pues eso, estar hoy hablando con vosotros y presentaros estos grandes tiradores. Yo quería preguntarte, María, ¿qué opinas si aún es un deporte de los pocos conocidos y gente como vosotros, grandes campeones y profesionales, si crees que la sponsorización aún necesita un poco de empuje, ¿no?, para estos nuevos tiradores que vienen?
You know, of course, everything could change, and unfortunately, there are not a lot of brands who can provide a good sponsorship and even a sponsorship. If we are speaking about the USA, of course, it's more, how to say that, actual there. So in Europe and in Russia, it's not so popular. So that's why there are not a lot of sponsors for shooters. And I think mostly, if we speak about Russia, there are just some people who try to improve sport, who provides new shooting ranges, some matches, who are active and they want shooters to shoot more and to train more. So in this case, yes, but sponsorship from a brand, I think it's quite a difficult situation for this moment. Maybe in the future it will change, but because our sport is not so popular all over the world, so not a lot of people knows about it, so we can't speak about good sponsorship for this moment.
Recuerden siempre, una buena protección visual y una buena protección auditiva.
Agent, you need to test your weapons for destroying those creatures.
queremos desearte sobre todo muchos éxitos en tu andadura, que sigas como hasta ahora. Esperamos verte muy pronto. ¿Te lo has pasado bien?
Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm very happy.
Ya lo sabéis, os emplazo a la próxima semana, como siempre, cada semana, aquí en Shooting Sports Space. No dejéis de seguirnos, canal YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, estar atentos a todas nuestras entrevistas. Sin duda, gracias, porque sin vosotros esto no sería posible. Gracias, María.
Thank you.